One of the important things you want to remember is you always want to do this inside. Put your automobile or your RV or your motorcycle, whichever you're going to do, make sure it's in a controlled environment inside a garage. Then what you want to do is take your solution, your first solution of alcohol and water or soap and water, and just spray them together. Give it a good soak down because you want to make sure that this is a very clean area. In this case, we're going to be doing the hood. Spray that down. Take your cloth, wipe it off, get it good and dry. Once it's all dry, what you want to do is take the denatured alcohol, give it a good cleaning. So this will remove all the moisture. And again, this is critical now. Take your lint-free cloth and clean it very well. Once you've cleaned the car really well, take your soap and water solution and respray the area you've just dried. Keeping the paint protection film wet at all times. Just lay it up and lightly position it to the area that you want to. Keeping in mind, you always want to keep it wet. So it does provide some slip. In this case, what we want to try to do is we're going to take this and we're actually going to wrap it underneath the hood line. And again, we also want to make sure that it's wet. Take our VentureShield squeegee and we'll pick apart. If you're satisfied you have enough overhang, and even overhang on both sides. And you can kind of lightly tack it in the center area. What you're going to be looking for, especially on dark cars, is any evidence of silvering. And then continue the squeegee process. Again, keeping the film wet, and apply significant pressure downward. This film has a tremendous amount of stretch built into it. So if you come to a compound area, compound curve area, you can go ahead and just pull or heat it. Take your palm, you can actually warm up the film, and it'll help the film lay down in an area that you're having an issue sticking. If you recall our alcohol solution that we had used earlier, don't be afraid to use it underneath at any time, and it'll help the film to lay flat. Continue to work. You need to go over something, you can go ahead and pull it back up. And continue until you squeegee out any bubbles. You can see how much the film will continue to stretch. You get a nice shape and you're satisfied with the clarity. Once you're satisfied, you've got good adhesion pretty much everywhere. Give it one last good squeegee, and you'll notice we have a lip right here. You can make sure you can tuck it underneath, and again, don't be afraid to stretch this film because this film does stretch about 40%, so it has much more stretchability, so to speak, than the competition. You can let that set up. Another little helpful hint is make sure you clean underneath this lip very well when you first start, otherwise it won't bond later on.